It's going to take this many man hours probably to get through those roots.
Well, now you're twice expensive as this other bit I've got.
Let them learn the lesson.
Welcome back, everybody. Joe Everest, the fence expert. Hey, one of the most common pieces of feedback we get about the Saturday morning live Ask the Expert segment is those things are long, and they're not wrong. They last about 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours. Sometimes, a few weeks ago, Caleb and I got into a pretty good discussion about marketing. I think it lasted closer to 4 hours. Nobody's got time to sit through 4 hours of listening to a couple experts talk. I get it. So Jeremy's created a new segment just for you guys called Hot Takes. It's usually a shorter segment of the longer conversation, basically hitting the hot topics, if you will, of that live segment. So without further ado, here comes this week's Hot Take.
Zach Fisher wants no advice for putting a fence against a tree line. Worried about all the roots. Yep.
All right, guys, that concludes this week's Hot Take.
That will be your number one issue is roots. So, I mean, typically we would move a fence line in. We would move it in 1.5 feet or so to get away from tree roots. And we could suggest it. And then if the customer still didn't want to, no problem. But please know that we're basing our proposal on how many man hours we think this project will take. The closer you put the fence to the tree line, the longer it takes to install this fence, the more labor it's going to take, and the more expensive this fence gets. Can I put it closer to the tree line? Yes. Will it be significantly more expensive? Also, yes. As a professional, I'm recommending we bring this fence in off the trees. I can put a gate in the back of that for you so you can get out. You can maintain that land, weed eat the grass in between the tree line and the fence line. But advice for putting a fence up against a tree line is make sure your labor, whatever labor you would have attributed to that particular fence line, double it, because tree roots in some instances are worse than rock. In our area, we deal with big chunk rock, right? So think basketballs, but the basketballs move, right? So if you find the edge of it and you can bring it up, sometimes they're smaller than basketballs, but tree roots aren't going to move. They are designed not to move by nature. They need to stay exactly where they are. So you find them, you try to cut them. Where are you going to cut them with? A reciprocating saw? Usually. Sawzall is a brand of reciprocating saw that people understand what I'm talking about. You try with a chainsaw maybe, but then you've also got dirt and rock down there that's going to foul the thing up. Roots always take longer. They always do. So first thing I do is bring that fence line in. Second thing I would do is if the customer wouldn't do it, then we would charge accordingly. It's going to take this many man hours probably to get through those roots.
Well, now you're twice expensive as this other bit I've got.
Let them learn the lesson. That's where I would be on it. You guys watching, if you've got a different solution for tree roots, we would all love to hear it.
All right, guys, that concludes this week's Hot Take. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you like the format? Do you not like the format? Let me know in the comments below. We're still figuring this out, and we could use your help. But for now, I'm Joe Everest, the fence expert, reminding you that good fences make good neighbors. And I'll see you next time.